Antion was born the 9th of February 1993, and he was born in hospital. And it's funny, they weren't going to let him live. When I went into hospital because I wasn't well, they told me that his Down syndrome and spinal bifida, and I said I'm not getting rid of my child. And they said, well, if anything happened, we're not going to save him, right? Look at him now. He's grown up to be such a beautiful, loving young person and inspiration to his community. Antoine went to before we went to Lancaster Boys School in Leicester. We used to live in Croydon, and then we moved to Leicester. And he then started football at the age of 9 years old. He loved football, and he went to Lancaster Boys School, and then he went on to Hamilton College. I'm sure he went to Loughborough College as well. But the funniest part, he came in one day because he's going to be a plumber. And we started laughing. Antoine is not that way inclined, right? So we teased him and says, okay, what did you do? Because I bent the pipe, Mum. It was funny. So in the end, he went on to this McDonald program, I think it was, and he went on to. He was approached while he was playing football as a child, and they decided to put him on these programs, and he became a football coach. And he used to train under 11s, and he trained for Nirvana Football Club and Highfield Rangers. He also played football at those clubs, and I remember taking him around to the football tournaments, and I used to embarrass him because, the tournaments are all day, so I take my picnic basket and my table, and he goes, oh, Mum. We went to court, and there was two of them. One, he got the first one, Hussein, who actually committed the crime, got 15 years, and then we had to go to court to appeal it, and he got 22 years, life 22 years before parole. Okay, now the judge, which astonished me, and it was never printed, we came across first of all and told us that we couldn't make notes in that courtroom. When I was told initially that if you don't understand anything, you make notes and you ask questions afterwards, right? The judge sent a clerk over to tell me that I can't make notes and I'm his mum, but everybody else was making notes. Secondly, when they found Hussein guilty, would you believe the judge looked at me and then he looked at the jury and they found him guilty, and his words were, "Are you sure? Go back to the jury room and make a decision." After he was pleaded, he got committed guilty. So we all went out nervous, not knowing what's going to happen, right? But then they came back and he was guilty. So the judge goes, "Well, as it was a gang warfare, I'll give him 15 years. I would have thought that it's a gang warfare, you give him more. And we were told, because he breached his license and he was carrying it out, he would have got 10 years, and then the minimum he would have got was 25 years. So how it went down to 15 years minus. So we took it to the appeal court, and he got life 22 years before parole. Now the second one should have never walked, but the reason why he walked, he had two hung juries. The court, the jury, could not understand what role he played in the murder, even though there's all the CCTV evidence, all the evidence that he participated, that was involved in the murder. Now that, let me say, was down to the summing up of the judge. It was very confusing. Now, instead of charging him with accomplice to murder, they can't do culpable homicide here because I think they're in Scotland or America. What they charged him with murder and manslaughter, I think it was. But the poor jury didn't know what to do, because the summing was to the words of the effect that you can only charge somebody or a victim of murder if it's proven that they've done the murder. So of course they have to commit the act. If they haven't committed the act, you cannot charge them with murder. No, he didn't commit the act directly, but he was involved. So if they charged him with accomplice to murder, he would have gone down, or joint enterprise, he would have gone down. Joint enterprise is a very mixed up thing, but because there was full evidence that he was involved in the murder, then that was done jointly in that enterprise. So he walked the streets, and I was very, very angry about that, but I had to be composed, and I didn't want to say anything because they would say it's a grieving mother talking. Is it honey?
How have you been?
Okay, I've had ups and downs, had to go to hospital a few times, but I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
So you're looking forward to the move?
Yeah. It sort of brought all the emotions back. Like, for example, when I heard about the Westminster Bridge and the London Bridge and the guy with the white van the other day and the fire, it just brought everything back. And I look and I think, what is wrong with our system? Why is it seems to be there's a lot of disasters, seems to be with the system or the establishment have connections with these people. Not that they're working with them as such per se, but they know who these people are, and I don't understand why it has to be until a disaster's happened before they do something, and then you hear, oh, that person was doing a covert operation with the police, or the police were monitoring that person. And the same way they've got this sus system when they're picking up young people on the street. I don't understand. If you have intelligence, information in reference to, you know, that these people are dangerous to the community, why can't they pick them up? Why can't they question them and hold them? I don't know, that people cry out about the sus law, but for me that's the type of thing that it should be used for, especially when it's endangering people's lives, because they have that information that these people are conspiring to do something in the community. So why can't they then hold them and question them prior? Something needs to be done.
I don't care about all this right now, it's hurting. I lost my nephew and many of my friends have lost kids. I'm tired. I am tired.
It's now a problem. They want to put him in a PRU. Every child is going to a PRU and there's no correct curriculum in the PRU. No! Yes!
I want to ask Theresa May, how much gallons? How much gallons of blood do you want? How much? How many more people have to die? How many more? How many more? How many? Children! Do you want to be killed? Yes. On the streets of London? That's right. On Manchester and England.
Yeah,
On the streets of England! Yes! We've got every nationality here! That's right! Yes. Every borough! That's right! Every county! Yes. That's right! I want to ask you, Theresa May, is there a timer? Is there a timer that you are working by? Because the blood of our children is running in your hands! We need help now! My son was killed! Yes! 2014! Right. I saw him 45 minutes before he got stabbed with a sword right through his heart! Oh my God. One jab wound! I came home and he was planning to watch football. And I said, son, let me go to the shops and get some food. And he said to me, Mum, do you want me to come with you? I said, it's all right, son. I'll soon come. Why didn't I let him come?
Today, I'm supporting Operation Shutdown. government listen and make change. All we want is a brighter future for our young people. We want to provide a safe haven where they can come, they can develop, they can learn skills, they can have time out and feel safe.
Do you know Kamari Barnes?
Oh yeah.
You know him?
Yeah, he's at our school.
Oh, okay. So, what do you think about the situation? How has it affected you?
Yeah, some people are really sad, some people are crying. And don't forget we were worried going back to school. Some people are probably going home because they thought that the same thing was going to happen to them. Yeah.
So, are you worried?
Yeah. What we're trying to do is stay in a group.
Okay. Are your parents? How are your parents feeling?
Not that bad.
Are your parents scared for you?
Yeah, they're scared. Sometimes they pick us up and stuff like that.
Okay. So what do you think needs to be done about knife crime in the capital?
They should stop.
So
when they find the guy, they execute him.
But he's in prison.
Yeah? So what do you think causes knife crime? What's causing it?
Basically, he did something bad to him first. Something. Maybe something happened when they were chatting.
Something on social media.
Or maybe he had to owe him money or something. We don't know. We don't know this.
Oh, you don't know?
But that's what we're trying to find out.
Because there was that bunch of people in the bus stop and he stabbed him. Why only him? There must be like some secret about that.
And apparently someone said they were going after someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well thank
And some
you.
people say it's like a gang.
Oh, is it? But no one's not really sure as to what happened.
No one's not really sure about what happened, but we're trying to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys, what do you do in your spare time? Is there anywhere to play? Is there any youth clubs? Is there anything for you?
There are places. No, not really. We just hang out with our friends or like go home.
You just hang on the street or you go in your friend's home? That sort of stuff?
Sometimes. But we don't hang out in the streets because sometimes it's a bit dangerous. And you don't know what might happen to you.
Okay. Alright, thank you for talking to me. Yeah?
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. How do you feel about the incident that happened recently?
Yeah, very upset by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I walk past, I'm welling up.
Yeah. Has it affected your family or anything like that?
Well, we were just all so, saddened and shocked, really.
Yeah.
We read a lot about it in the Evening Standard. There's teenagers all over London, isn't there, getting stabbed
Yeah.
year in, year out. But, it hurts.
How do you feel about Kamari's attacker?
How do I feel? I just feel sad for everybody involved, really. Sad that 15-year-olds are running around with knives, feeling that they need to carry knives, use knives. It's not like the London I grew up in.
What was London like? How when you was growing up in London, what was it like for you?
It just as a young person, it was just very carefree. I wasn't frightened of being picked on or thought I was going to get stabbed. I mean, there was always like kids do. There was always fights at school and things like that, but you never for one moment thought it would end like how it's ending these days.
So what do you think causes knife crime?
Good question.
Do you think it stems from the family home, or maybe
I think it's
lifestyle?
It's lots of things. It's not one element. If it was a simple issue, then I'm sure it could have been solved by now.